From 37 million people in 2009 to 822 million people in 2022, LinkedIn has been growing at a tremendous pace. Now, out of this 822 million people, 37% people are those who open LinkedIn on a daily basis. That means these are those people who are active on LinkedIn. So either these will be recruiters or people who are seeking for jobs. So people who are providing jobs or people who are looking out for jobs. Now, if there are so many people who are providing jobs and so many people who are looking out for jobs, how can you optimize your LinkedIn profile? We're going to talk about that. But if you think that we're going to talk about how do you grow your LinkedIn account, no, this is not the video. We'll just be talking about how do you optimize your profile so that when you apply for a job via LinkedIn, you have a higher chance of getting that job. Okay, first thing is your visual appearance. Now, whenever you look at a LinkedIn profile, the first thing that you look at is the face. Now, the face should ideally have, the picture should ideally have 60% of your face. Also, make sure that it looks a bit professional. Please do not upload a selfie. I've seen so many students who just upload a selfie. That's a bad idea. Try to make sure that it's a professional photo. And does that mean you need to have a coat, pant? No, nothing like that. Even a normal t-shirt photo can also look good. But make sure your photo does not look like this and probably looks something like this. Make sure you're following all these steps. I know these are like very simple steps, but the more you focus on these, the better it would be for your profile. So just write these things down and make sure to apply them right now. I know many students who would just watch this video and then move on to the next video. Don't do that. Just make sure to apply all these things on your LinkedIn profile today. Keep it as a deadline that you have to complete this today only. Even if you're watching this at 12, you have to complete it today before sleeping. Second is your background photo. Now, it's the second chance of people looking at your visual appearance. Now, it's not necessary that you use your own photo as a background photo. You can use anything. Like my profile has this. So you can also use something like this. Or else, if you want anything else, I would do one thing. I will leave some background photos that I personally love in the description or some ideas in the description. Next is your summary. Now, many people just leave it blank. Please don't leave it blank. Now, what many people do is they write a lot of things in their summary. Another bad idea. Now, summary is your chance of grabbing attention of potential recruiter or potential someone. What should you do in summary? Make sure to write such things that grab attention. And a person's attention span is not more than 10 seconds. No one would want to read your summary for more than 10 seconds. So what can you write in like 2 or 3 sentences that can grab attention? I'm not saying just you have to write 2 or 3 sentences, but a story about you that can grab eyeballs so that the person keeps on rolling through your entire profile. Because if that person does not like your summary, most probably he'll go to some other page. That's very simple. Even I do that. If I start reading something very boring, I'll move on to the next page because I don't want to see what that person has to say. If that's so boring. There are a list of words that LinkedIn itself says that people overuse and in fact over abuse to a certain extent. So these are specialized, leadership, focused, strategic, experienced, passionate, expert, creative, innovative, certified. Now these are words that people use over and over and over and over again. Now if everyone's gonna use it, you're no different when you use it similarly in your profile, on your profile. So make sure that even if you are using these words, back them up with a concrete number. A concrete number can be, I am, let's suppose I'll use one of these words, certified. I'm a certified financial risk manager. Or else I can write, I'm the youngest certified financial risk manager. So that youngest word grabs eyeballs. Now, how can you present yourself? Depends on you. But make sure that just writing certified XYZ, almost everyone's gonna write the same thing. Next thing, which is very important and which I used in my time, was to spam people with requests. Now, many people will say that's a very bad idea. Trust me, it wasn't that bad of an idea for me. Who was the person I was spamming? there were two types of people who I was spamming. One were the people who graduated from my college. I made sure that I was not requesting these connect requests. You just get a certain number of connect requests. When I was doing it back in my day in 2018, somewhere around 2018, so what I was doing was I was spamming people who graduated from my college and were working in any company. Now, how would that help me? Because back in 2018, I was just in my first year of college. I did not need a job at that time, but I was sure that when I would be in 2021, I would be graduating from my college. And at that time, all these people will be at a better position. So I can ask these people for favors. So what I did in 2018 was I requested these people to join my connection so that they are a connection with me. And then I would simply ask them very simple questions to which I would already know the answers to. Like, how is the job going, how are the placements like in our college, and our college is very important there. So they would just give you an idea that this happened in their college, this happened in their college, and this was the person who got the maximum job. So with that, one, they become your connection. So now you have a rapport with a person who is already working in the industry. Second, you also get to know who were the best people in that batch and what their profile was. Now, when you know that in your college, from your college, there was a person who ended up getting a package of 32 lakhs, you can backtrack. You can see what he did and what you can do to be at that position. So that actually helps you in two ways. Now, one mistake that I did, which you can try to not do, is, let's suppose there is a person who keeps on posting on LinkedIn. Now you are trying to reach out to people and there's a person who posts on his LinkedIn account. What you can do is you can talk about the post that he posted recently. You can talk about anything. You can say that you agree to it. You can say you disagree to it. You can say that you liked it. You can say that you have a question regarding it. Let's suppose I posted something. You can say that you talked about this thing, but this thing is like this. Now, when you do that, that person is bound to reply more often than if you would have directly reached out to the person with a follow request or a connection request. So that's a pro tip. I did not know that, but now that I know that, I'm telling you, do this. Now, let's suppose you have done all of these things. What's the next step? Once you have done all of these things, once you have reached out to people, then you need to put out content as well so that you look like a person who is very interesting and I should also start following you or at least connect back to you. Now, what to do for that? Try to make sure that you put out content about your life. Now, many people will say, Murad, I have nothing important to share. Try to first share all the achievements one by one in a very amazing manner. Now, what is an amazing manner? Put out photos with it. Now, if you just put out a text form content, people usually do not like it. Why? Because people do not get appeased by just text. But when they see a photo, congratulations, you have done this, or you have a medal with you on in your hands, or anything like that. Now, people actually react to that and they just either write congratulations or they send a thumbs up. What happens with that? The algorithm likes it, and with all of that, your content gets a boost. Now, that's what you're looking for. Now, many people tell me, Murad, I don't have personal achievements to share. What should I share? You can simply share polls. Interesting polls. People love to take part in polls. Like, if someone asks me a poll on their Instagram story as well, I would reply. I mean, everyone has an opinion and they want to see what other people also believe in. So you can put out polls, people do reply to those things. Now, one very interesting thing which I found was a very interesting post by one of my friends, Vedika. I've done one thing, I've left those in the description box also. So do make sure to check that out as well. Also, just make sure that you have added all the relevant work experience and education experience, whatever you've done in your education and work experience on your LinkedIn, because people are gonna check that as well. Now, if you want me to tell you exactly how to put all those things up, I can make a video on that, but I'm very sure that you already know that. So if you don't, let's do one thing. Let's aim for 1,000 likes on this video. If we get 1,000 likes on this video, I will make sure to make a video on how to exactly add the work experience and education experience on your LinkedIn account. Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure to apply these things right now. Go apply these things. And what I've done is I've left the link of my friend Vedika in the description box. Do check that out. The resources that she has provided on LinkedIn are amazing. Thank you.